AITA for not giving my husband the money I saved for my daughter without him knowing after he learned and demanded it. I, 32F, have been saving little amounts of money every time I have some to spare starting from the day I learned I was pregnant, which was 3+ years ago. For context, I'm a lawyer. The savings reached around 200K after 3 years, but in my country, you cannot buy a second-hand car with that amount, just so you know. I did this without my husband, 35M, knowing, because whenever I told him that I want to invest some of our earnings to assets like a home, a car, etc., he refused, because he believed money is earned with money and he was in trades and he needed the cash. But I came from a family background in which my father was earning way too good, but in the end, the inflation, the economic crisis hit him and we had nothing when mom and dad divorced except for the debts, so I know things can turn around and you can end up having nothing. My husband knows I've been through this and he didn't believe this could happen to us. I still wanted to be cautious and saved money behind his back. My father got his doctorate degree in finances and managing the lots, so starting from day one, I sent the money to him and he bought lots, sold them when they made profit, etc. The total amount is around 420K with his investments. But my husband doesn't like my father because he is not a traditional father figure, according to him. Last week, my husband found out about the savings and threatened me with divorce if I didn't get the money from my father and gave it to him. Oh, by the way, the inflation hit the ceiling, real inflation around %120, and economical situation in our country went downhill once again and he is bankrupt ATM. Not that my savings could do anything for him, as I mentioned before, the amount is not that big, it is not like if he had this saving he could avoid bankruptcy or anything. So I refused. I act like that money doesn't even exist. My plan is not to touch that money until she is 18, and I believe my father, with his real knowledge in buying and selling lots, after what he went through and how much he loves his granddaughter, is going to make it big enough so my daughter could have a decent uni life. My husband acted like I stole from him, which did not happen since I own my own practice and am also earning above average. When I refused giving him the savings, he told me not to come home or else. We have a domestic abuse in our recent history, so I told him no, if he wanted to divorce me, he could go ahead and I wouldn't resist. I packed some of my and my daughter's belongings and left, came to my father who lives a city away. But his friends and his family is telling me I am being the holy acting like this, not giving him the money and keeping it where it was, my father's possession, even though I know he doesn't like my father. I don't think I am, but what do you guys think? AITA for not giving this money to my husband? Sorry for the grammatical mistakes, as you can assume I am not a native. All of your opinions matter, thanks in advance.